So the next 7 days are basically here to take you on a journey into the different kind of variations of yoga and movement that I teach on the Soul Sanctuary. So it's going to be a really nice way for you to understand what this platform and this membership is all about. Because I think a lot of the time we come to yoga and we think, I just love vinyasa, or I just love power, or I just love yin. And what I would really love for you to get the feel of throughout this week is maybe something new that you haven't tried before, or maybe there's something that you resist in your practice, and you actually are allowing yourself to go deeper into it through these 7 days. So I really hope you enjoy the 7 days of practices with me. We are starting today with a beautiful, just stretchy flow. So it's not going to be too intense. Obviously, there's going to be lots of options to modify. And if you want to take deeper variations of postures, then you absolutely can. But this is just about kind of bringing our bodies into the 7 days in a nice, gentle way. So we're going to get started, and we're going to start in a seated position. So find your comfortable seat. I'm going to take cross legs. You might want to sit yourself up on a block. If you've got your props, make sure you have them with you at all times. So close your eyes and just allow the hands to rest wherever they go to. So maybe the palms go face down on the knees, maybe they're up, maybe they're in the lap. No right or wrong here. Just allowing this time and these first few moments always of our practice to arrive. And I love that word, this sense of arriving on our mats, this time that we've gifted ourselves with to tune in to what's happening for us, both physically and mentally, and giving our bodies the nourishment that they so deserve in the form of movement. Connecting to your breath, nice big inhales and exhales, noticing the chest and the belly rise and fall. Maybe just rolling those shoulders back, see if you can find yourself lifting a little taller. As we ground, always feeling that energy rising up through the body, crown of the head reaching higher and higher. And keeping the eyes closed, drop the chin down to the chest. Take the right ear around to the right shoulder. Back down through center. And left ear to left shoulder. Working your way around side to side, just taking a few moments here. One more time, going each way. Keep it slow, keep it steady. And then allowing the chin to just stay at the chest. Take the hands up, interlace the hands behind the head. Very gently start to draw the triceps down towards the chest as you start to round the upper spine and then through the thoracic spine as well. As you breathe, can you feel into the opening that's happening through the top section of the back body? And gently release the hands, and then very slowly start to lift the spine, lengthening and lifting the head. Bring the hands down by the side of you. Inhale, sweep those arms all the way up to the sky, stretch up. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Inhale, open those arms to cactus. Exhale, bend over to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. And then exhale, round. Release the hands down. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, open cactus. Exhale, tilt over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, round. Release it down one more time. Inhale, take those arms up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, open heart cactus. Exhale, take it over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. And exhale, round. Slowly bringing yourself all the way back to neutral, rolling over onto those knees and just taking a few moments here to check in with the spine a little bit more. So not necessarily going straight for the traditional cat-cow, although if that's feeling good for you today, then do go there. But maybe just exploring a little deeper through the spine. So moving forwards and backwards, wiggling side to side, taking circles. No right or wrong here, just kind of checking in with how the spine's feeling today. Yeah, and then moving through those wrists as well. Super important that we just check in with the wrists. In yoga, we do so much on our wrists, especially when we're working through numerous vinyasas, in arm balances, inversions, just all the downward facing dogs and planks that we do. We need to make sure that we're giving the wrists a little bit of love as well. Stepping the knees back slightly, create a little bit more space, and the knees are underneath the hips, or they can be a little bit wider. Reach the arms forwards, Anahatasana, melt the heart down towards the mat. Let's pulsate here. Take an inhale, draw the chest away, but keeping the armpits lowering down to the mat. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, engage the core a little bit, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, release. 2 more. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Lifting the chest slightly, you're going to thread that left arm underneath the right. Side of the head comes down to the mat. Right arm goes up to the sky. Now, option of just staying here is a really nice place to be. Or you're going to bring the hands to heart center. Can you allow the resistance between the hands to help you open through the chest into that twist a little bit more? If it's not accessible for you, do not worry. You can just keep the arms out straight. And then from here, a little challenge, you tuck under the right toes and then start to wiggle the right leg back. Can you hover that right leg off the mat? Now, maybe you rock and roll over on your mat. Take a moment to laugh at yourself. Find a little bit of joy and playfulness in the practice. Slowly lowering the leg down, opening the arms out, and then unraveling. Taking the right arm underneath the left, going to the other side. So left arm reaches up. Take a moment here. Maybe this is as far as you want to go. Hands can come to heart center if you wish, opening through the chest. And then wiggling away, maybe tucking under those toes and hovering the left leg off the mat, finding that balance. And again, maybe there are lots of wobbles, maybe there's even a roll or a fall. Taking those few moments to see how childlike and playful we can be within our practice. Slowly coming all the way back down, reach the arms long, and then unraveling. Beautiful. Come back down to that deep Anahatasana. Inhale, finding the length. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale. Exhale. And then slowly snaking your way down to the belly, coming to find Sphinx, lifting up through the chest. You're going to bend in that right foot. You can move the left hand to the center line of the body slightly. Reach around, take hold of that right foot. Can you draw the foot towards the bottom, lifting through the chest? Keep lifting here. Staying connected to your breath the whole time. Now, keeping that right foot bent in, release down. Just place the hands down on the mat and then push your way back onto the left knee. Now, keeping the left hand down, you're going to open the right hip with that knee bent. Can you take hold of the right knee and open through the hips? Now, if you can't take hold of the knee, you're just going to bend that knee in and reach the arm up to the sky. Keep lifted. And then with control, this right foot is going to come down towards the top of the mat. Really, really careful with that transition. Plant the foot down, sweep the arms up, find your low lunge. Take the arms high. Kali Mudra with the hands, so the index fingers together and the thumbs are crossed. Reach the arms up, heart lifts. So we don't want to be collapsing into the hips here. My glutes are switched on. My core is lifted. I've got my inner thighs really squeezing that inner line of energy as I reach up. Another inhale here. And then exhale, taking the right hand back and the left arm forward, gaze behind. Either hold or take that right hand down to the back leg. Sweep the left arm up and over. Nice big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Unravel. Bringing both hands to the inside of the right foot. Heel toe that right foot open. Drop it down, find lizard. Now you can stay up on the hands and just take a little gentle sway side to side. Again, always staying connected to breath. Maybe you'd like to work your way down onto the forearms now. Keep that swaying. Option to open right hand up to the right knee. But making sure the ankle doesn't collapse. We don't want this collapsed position here. We want to keep that long, big middle toe in line with the knee. Pivoting back around, place the hands down, shift the bottom back, and then just place the right knee down. Now slowly lower yourself all the way down to your belly and come to find Sphinx again, lifting through the chest. Now we go to the other side. So we move the right hand into the center line, left foot bends up, reach around, take hold of that foot. Keep the chest lifted, the gaze is forwards. The option to close the eyes. Really opening that deep stretch through the quads into the hip flexors. And the more you push your hips down into the mat, the more intensely you'll feel the stretch. Keeping the left leg bent in, ground down through both hands as you shift your way back onto that right leg. Now, we are pivoting over, opening through the left hips as we come to balance on the right knee and the right hand. Bending this left knee in, can you take hold of that left knee? Find the balance as you take this opening here. Same as before, if you can't reach the knee, you're just going to bend it in and take the left arm up into the sky. Taking the gaze upwards as well. And then we're going to slowly, remember how slow that transition happens. Left foot coming down towards the top of the mat. How controlled can you make it? Where's your intention? And then sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Kali Mudra with the hands. Arms are by the ears as you lift upwards. Remember, glutes are engaged. Inner line of energy between the legs, squeezing together, lifting you upwards. And the core is lifting as well. Those deep core muscles. We're not talking about the superficial six-pack. We're talking about what's deeply rooted inside us. So we've got the diaphragm, the pelvic floor, our transverse abdominis and our multifidus. Take an inhale here. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back, gaze behind you. Option to stay or just lower that left hand down to the back leg. Right arm reaches up, a little heart lift with a twist. And then gently start to float the hands down to the inside of the left foot. Heel toe that foot outwards, ground down through the hands and find your way to lizard. Now staying up on the hands for a moment, finding those little sways side to side. It's always nice to get a little bit of gentle movement in because we're able to just check in with the muscles and the joints a little bit more when we're actually moving. And then if it feels good to, dropping down to the forearms. You don't have to take it to this stage. You can stay up on the hands. And then maybe taking left hand onto the left knee, gazing high. And then releasing both hands down, ground down through the hands, shift those hips back and come back into an all fours position. Now you're going to step that right foot away, the toes stay down. So we want to be stretching through the calf of the right side. So we're pushing through the hands, pushing away through that right heel. And like I say, you're going to get that nice big stretch through the calf muscle on the right side. Hips stay square, core is engaged. We're not collapsing into the spine. We're finding length through the spine all the way through the crown of the head. And then release that right knee down, step back the left, same on this side, push back through the hands. And then slowly release. Place the hands down near the top of the mat. Tuck under the toes, fly that bottom up, find your downward facing dog. And take a little pedal out from here. So what is it that your body is asking for in this moment? Maybe you just want a bit of stillness in your downward facing dog. Maybe there is, like I say, some pedaling through the feet, a wiggle of the hips, a shimmy of the shoulders, a shake, a nod of the head, whatever it is that your body is after today, allow your body to go there. Take these few moments to use your intuition to just move in a way that is going to serve you. Beautiful. On an inhale, wave the body forwards, find high plank. And then exhale as you bend the knees and take it back to a downward facing dog. One more like that. Inhale, shift forwards. Exhale, take it all the way back. Beautiful. This time, inhale, come forwards. Either drop down to the knees or lower down to the belly through chaturanga. And then you're going to take the right arm out to cactus. So right arm comes to cactus. The left hand comes just outside of the left shoulder as we roll on over to that right shoulder. Now this is your modified option. To make it a little deeper, you're going to take the left foot and place it behind the right leg and allow that knee to open to then come deeper into the chest and into that right arm stretch. Nice big deep breaths here. Two more breaths. And then bring yourself all the way over onto the belly. Switch sides. So left elbow comes out, cactus the arm. And then you're going to come all the way over, side of the head comes down, right foot over the top, and allow that right knee to drop out into that opening. You can close the eyes and allow the breath to create space and real nourishment in the body. And then rolling over onto your belly. Placing both hands underneath the shoulders, tuck under the toes, making your way all the way back to a downward facing dog. And then start to walk the hands back towards the feet. Feet are hip width apart. Take an inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, soften through the knees, reach all the way up, come to standing. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, take those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, create space. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching all the way up to the sky. And exhale, those hands through heart center. Take the hands behind the back. Inhale, lift through the chest. And then exhale, soften through the knees as you take the forward fold, allowing the arms to drop over behind you. Shift the weight towards the front of the feet slightly. Either staying here or the option to bring the shoulder to the knee on each side. So left shoulder to left knee as it bends. And then we take it over to the right, to the left, and then over to the right. Coming back to that center point. And stay in the forward fold, but release the hands. Take an inhale, find some length, come to the fingertips. Exhale, fold forwards. Start to walk the hands all the way back out, find plank position. And then drop the knees down. Now take the knees wide and then lift the heels. Drop the hips. So coming into an upward facing dog / cobra, but not. Take a bend through the elbows. And here you've got to engage the glutes. Okay, so elbows are bent. We're in our high cobra. And those feet coming together are making us engage the glutes as we get a little opening through the hips. Slowly lower all the way down to the belly. And then inhale, bring it back up again. Engaging those glutes. And release the feet, tuck under the toes, make your way back to a downward facing dog, but wide. So your feet will already be wide. Take the hands wide as well. Inhale, shift forwards to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. So even though it's not the traditional downward facing dog, it's super important that our body gets used to different variations of the poses. Always surprising the body, challenging it with new movements. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders, bring the feet in. And make your way down to seated. So maybe you want to jump through, maybe you want to walk through, maybe you want to just sit your bottom down. However you wish to get down to seated is absolutely fine. Taking a Janu sirsasana, so sole of the right foot comes to the inside of the left thigh. Take a nice big inhale, find length here. Exhale, forward fold. And we're going to undulate here. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. And then lifting all the way up, open the right hip. And then you're going to place the right hand behind you and lift those hips and the heart high. Holding here. Maybe even finding a smile as you feel into the expression of this opening, and then release it down. Beautiful. Take the right leg out long. We'll switch it over. Sole of the left foot comes into the right thigh. Take an inhale, find some length, and then exhale, take the fold. And we're going to undulate 3 times here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting up. Shift that left knee out a little bit. Open the hips. Left hand reaches behind you. And then reach high. Lifting the hips, lifting the heart. Allowing the head to drop. Nice big breaths. One more breath here. And then slowly bringing yourself all the way down and around. Just placing the feet about hip width apart. Reach the arms long. Super slowly start to make your way down to your mat. Engaging the core as you go. Just because it's a stretch does not mean that we don't engage the muscles. When you get down to your mat, grab your block. We're going to come into a restorative bridge. So grab your block. If you haven't got a block, I recommend maybe even just finding quite a thick book or a couple of cushions. And don't need to be going super high, so you decide with your block whether you want it, whichever level is going to work for you. Take an inhale as you start to lift the hips, and then slide that block underneath the sacrum. Find that comfy point. Keep the legs parallel. Palms facing upwards, close the eyes. So noticing the breath now that we've slowed the movement down so much. Noticing how the breath feels as it fills up through the body. And we'll be here for a few moments. If your eyes aren't already closed, softly closing them. And bringing the hands to the block, lift the hips away from the block and then slide your block away from you. Slowly lowering the hips down, just take the knees side to side. And then you're going to take the elbows out to cactus. If you've got space, you can take them to a T shape. You're going to drop the knees over to the left side. Head goes over to the right. Option of taking any leg variation that feels good for you here to deepen the stretch. So for me, I enjoy taking my bottom foot and placing it on top of the top knee. So that's my left foot or my left lower leg on top of my right leg. And I like that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's the right way to do it for you. Some people prefer to do the wrap the other way around. So they wrap the top leg over the bottom leg. And maybe you just want to keep those knees hugging together. It's a nice place to be. Keep those eyes closed. Nice deep breaths as you open through the side body, getting that stretch into the glutes and the IT band as well. And then coming through center, unraveling, Taking it over to the other side, dropping the knees over to the right, head goes over to the left. And again, taking any leg variation that's going to feel good for you. Allowing the breath to really bring that sense of space and opening into the physical body. And then making your way back onto your back. Just bring the knees into the chest. Take a little rock side to side. And then starting to rock forwards and backwards. So very gently massaging through the spine. One more rock and then bringing yourself up to seated. When you get to that seated position, close your eyes and just place one hand on top of the other at the heart center. Taking a few moments here to check in with yourself. Be proud of yourself for showing up into this practice, into this 7-day challenge. For gifting yourself with this time each day to nourish yourself, to empower yourself, to give you the strength that you need in order to be the best version of you, to then go out into the world and share that with the people that you love. If we don't treat ourselves with the kindness and generosity that we treat others with, then how can we expect to keep on giving? We must give to ourselves as well. So you should be proud for being here in this space right now. We'll seal our practice with one big, beautiful releasing breath together, inhaling through the nose and letting it go through the mouth. When you're ready, inhale. And let it go. Palms together. Thank you. Thank you all so much for joining me in the first of our 7-day challenge. I am very excited to have you with me for the next 7 days, and I really, really do hope that these 7 days of yoga really just bring so much goodness into your world that you just can't wait to be a fully fledged Soul Sanctuary member and to join the family, because we are always so excited when new community members join us. It's a really beautiful place to be. So thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you on the mat again very, very soon. Bye-bye.